Hello, first graders, and welcome to a new week of Fundations. This week, Mrs. Sirigliano is going to teach you about spelling a multi-syllabic word that ends in ick. Okay, so now in the past, Mrs. C taught you if you have a one-syllable word and you hear k at the end after a short vowel, you would spell it with CK. Do you remember the digraph CK? And I taught you all year long. I've been teaching you if you hear a short vowel before the k sound, you spell it CK. Well, now that you guys are so smart and know how to do two-syllable words or multi-syllabic words, I'm going to teach you the rule if you hear ick at the end of a multi-syllable word. I have an example with my tiles on the board. I'm going to show you, okay? The rule is if you hear ick at the end of a two-syllable word, you spell it I-C. And that's what we're working on this week. So this week you are going to be practicing spelling words that end with I-C, ick. The example I have on the board is, if I blended all of these letters together, frantic. Do you hear the two syllables in the word? If I had to separate frantic, I would divide it between the N and the T. Fran is my first closed syllable. Tick is my second closed syllable. Now remember, if you hear ick at the end of a word, a two-syllable word, it must be spelled I-C. Here's another example. Public, the word public. I hear ick at the end of a word. It's a two-syllable word. Watch me clap it out. Public. What's the rule? The rule is, if you hear ick at the end of a two-syllable word, you must spell it I-C. I'm going to sound it out and write it on the board. Watch me. Pub. Ub. Lick. The reason I didn't add a K is because this word has two syllables. Pub is the first syllable. Lick is the second syllable. They're closed. And it's I-C because it's the second part of the word. It's the second syllable. Okay? Your job today, first graders, is to take out the next page for your spell words. I'm going to give you some examples of words that end in I-C, ick. You're going to write them on your paper. Remember, break the word apart into its two syllables. If you hear ick at the end of the second syllable, you must spell it I-C. You only use CK after a short vowel, but the word can only be one syllable, like lick and stick. Okay, so let's give it a try. Get your paper ready. I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words today. Words that end in ick. Two-syllable words that end in ick, spelled I-C. First word, public. Public. Second word, topic. Top, ick. Second syllable says ick. Top, ick. Third word, tonic. Tonic, like tonic water. It's really yucky. Tonic. Do ton and then do ick. Remember the second syllable, ick. How will you spell it? This one's a good one. Plastic. Ready? Plastic. Next word. You hide it. Frantic. Frantic. This one's a tricky one. I might help you with this one. Picnic. There's no CK in either of those syllables. Picnic. It's Picnic. It's a tricky one. I can give that to you. And the last one, comic. Comic. Okay? First word again. Public. 2, topic. 3, tonic. 4, plastic. 5, frantic. 6, picnic. 7, comic. And your trick words for this week are Mr., Mrs., and want. Mr. and Mrs. are what we call titles. They come before the last name of a person. Mr., capital M-R period, is talking about a man. My husband is Mr. Sirigliano. Capital M-R-S is the abbreviation for Mrs. M-R-S means you're talking about a woman who is married. So my title is Mrs. Sirigliano. Notice both of these titles begin with a capital letter, just as if you were writing someone's name. Mr. Sirigliano, Mrs. Sirigliano. Okay, you can write these two words 3 times on the back of your paper for practice. And the last word is want. And I always used to tell you the word ant is in the word want. And I think of the bug, the ant. I want you to think of the bug also. And I want you to think of this sentence. You do not want an ant at your picnic. Okay? You do not want an ant at your picnic. I helped you out twice today with picnic and a little clue to help you with the word want. I always think of picnic, and you don't want an ant at your picnic because ants will eat your food. Ugh. Okay? Want, W-A-N-T. You can write it 3 times on the back of your paper. Pause this video at any time to practice your spelling of your words. Have fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.